Welcome back to Broken and Spoken, another episode of what I'm going to screw up today. Well, I started things off early and I tore down a transmission. And in a previous video, I tried my hand at a quick transmission fixture that did not pan out. Well, I'm going to reattempt that and make something nice. Something that you can be proud of. I need one. I can't find my old one, so I rounded up a bunch of scrap and we're about to get started on it. Stay tuned. Welcome to Broken and Smoking. So let's get started. First off, I tore down a transmission. We set up the Mahindra tool with our plasma table. We tore it down. And now we gotta go through all the sub-assemblies and hard parts, check everything, and get ready for the rebuild. But I don't want to wrestle this thing. They're heavy. So my plan is to take the engine stand over here with the rotating gearbox. Just roll that thing over here. Take off these arms, bolt up some sort of plate, and have it where, you know, it goes in the lugs on the side of the case, if y'all know what I'm talking about. That way we can bolt it onto the transmission case, then hopefully pick it up and slide it in on this, lock it in, and then we ain't fighting it. We just go over here and just give it a old crank, and watch it turn. At least that's what, you know, yeah. Might be another fail. Don't know if you don't try, right? So I guess right now I'll show you the lugs I'm talking about that's in the case. On this one that I got tore apart, this is, I honestly don't know what they're made for, but I know most of the fixtures, they'll slide into there, that and there, and then they got one that just kind of floats, I guess you could say. But I really don't want one in the middle. I'm going to do a little something different, and I'll show y'all when I get that far. This is what I got to work with, as in scrap metal. Scrounged around, found some pieces here and there. So we're going to design it with what materials we have laying around. You know, I'm sure most people do this. They get something in their head, but sometimes it just don't work out because you don't have what's available material-wise to build it. Sometimes you just need to look at the scrap first, right? Or go buy the material, however you want to do that. But this here is as cheap as possible. And as of right now, I have a big fat goose egg in it. Other than my time and labor, well, that is the same. Using your welder, you know, stuff like that you're going to use anyways. So here's what I got. Got this plate. I found it laying around on the floor from the job. I got a couple of pieces of 1x2. What wall is that? Looks like an 1/8 inch wall. Got that. Found that here. Piece of 1/4x2. Figured we'll make that into gussets. I did machine these. And what I mean by machine, I picked them up out of the scrap container, drilled some holes in the side, and I put a chamfer on the ID of what this would be. I guess we can call it the female. Got a nice little 45 chamfer. Could have went 30, could have went whatever degrees you want. The tool I had at the time would be just fine. This piece, I put the chamfer on the OD. So theory would be falls into place, right? It's easier. There's not two flat edges, and it should slide in for the most part. If it's going in like this, by dropping it, hoping it will aid a lot easier when you got a 100-pound plus transmission in your hands trying to line everything up. Give you an example. We'll put the flat side up here, take the flat side up there, and see if we can't get it to fall in. I got it to go, but it's about a ½ inch off of it. This is way easier though. Well, I said it does. It's gonna make a liar out of me. What do you expect? You know what? Screw it. Let's draw this up a sketch. So I got me a piece of cardboard laying here. And what I'm thinking, we should have enough material in this to have, I guess you'd call it an upright piece going to the side, and it's coming down. We'll end up drilling holes and welding a nut somewhere in here to allow for these bolts that I have to go in and catch that embossment that's in that in that transmission case. All right, that looks a little better, no shadow. On this part, I'll show you what I got planned here. But on this, I'm going to take the male just like that and weld to here. That way, when the female we should be able to go and just plug it in there, drop a bolt or a pin, whatever, right through both of them, lock that in. That's the plan behind it. Measurements, I ain't got any. We're gonna work as we go. I mean, if you want some measurements, let me know. Drop me a comment, give me a like. I'll do what I can to measure everything out for you and might make another video on it. What do you think? If you heard it once, you heard it 1,000 times from me. I love this thing. It's awesome. First thing I'm gonna do is set it at 45. Or right there. No, let's go back. Yeah, that's 0. There's 3 lines in this thing for different thicknesses or whatever. And I got it to the closest one, so I guess I should have been smart and was like, well, dummy, just look beside the bolt. The bolt will tell you where the line you should go with. Well, I'm an idiot. Safety glasses. I got them somewhere. Found some. The old safety squints just don't do too good on this type of stuff. First cut down. Look how quick that was. How long would that have took on an abrasive wheel? And look, it's not even hot. This ain't my stair tape measure, so I wasn't figuring this was gonna be precise. Stick with the plan. Stick with the plan. But what if the plan ain't right? Well, you idiot, didn't you measure right? Well, not necessarily. Well, okay. Well, you better go measure it again then, dummy. All right, here's our material we moved to the table. This will go over here like that. That one's like that. And I can already tell you it's screwed up. Dig nabbit. Well, looks like we got a piece for something. Let me go saw another piece. All right, try this again. Here is the correct piece. That should be all right. So now I'm going to take and drill me some holes on the bottom of these. And I'll be right back. I took and drilled a 1/2 inch hole on this side, a 1 inch hole on this side, and what that's going to allow me to do is stick that nut on the inside where it's hidden. And we'll just put a weld on that side right there. And we'll just do it like that right there. Good and flat. Put a weld in there. And it'll be like that, but with the bolt going through the other direction. Next order of business is seeing how this plate fits on the stand. I'm sure we're gonna have to drill a few holes. So I got my metric adjustable wrench. And I need a metric pair of channel locks. Well, I found a metric pair of nippets. They work just as good, if not better. Come on, Betsy. Now let's see if this thing will fit. What about the hole? Oh man. That is literally about an 1/8 inch off from them holes lining up. Now we'll take a Sharpie, mark the back side, and go drill them out. Okie dokie, Smokies. I got my holes drilled out. Test filled them with bolts, they lined up. I did go ahead and cut a couple of gussets. And I got this piece. I'll show y'all where I'm gonna do with that here in a little bit. So the next step will be figuring out where I want to put this, which is going to go something like that. And this is going to get welded to that. Well, wrong. There we go. Now you get the concept. Let's get started. There we have a completed transmission stand. So this will go to the back. This will go just like that. Well, come on. Not too shabby. All right, here we are. We got the case loaded up on the stand. Thought I had some threaded rod, and I don't. Until I can get these fully threaded. I got that rigged up to show y'all. But this is what I had in mind. And I got this kicked back, so it's not just putting a lot of pressure here. More the law of physics to have that lever back there. And the best part, turn this handle. We can work on it like this. Oh, we gotta work on the valve body now. Twist, twist, twist. And there we got. And so here and do all our stuff. Think it'll work out pretty good. So that's it. I'm gonna take it, clean it up, paint it, so we can have our nice fancy tool that we built. Probably the prettiest thing I built out of this shop. We gotta paint her up, keep her from rusting. Maybe we'll hang on to it a little longer than we did that other one, because I ain't found that sucker yet. But it wasn't like this. Well, y'all tell me what y'all think. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, tell your buddies about it. Maybe y'all want to build something similar to it. If y'all do, comment it down there. I'll see what I can do about getting some measurements thrown up. Till next time, y'all have a good one.